What's going on, and welcome back to Dark Souls, guys. How's everybody doing? How you doing today? How's your Sunday going? Hopefully well. Come in, sit down, have a seat, get your snacks, stuff like that. A lot of you were asking if I could do these a little more uncut and a little bit longer, and I would love to oblige you on that. That's so much easier for me for like 1,000 different reasons. So I'm gonna try to not cut this as much because that was what you guys asked for, and I mean, frankly, it's easier for me and it's a lot more fun. So enjoy. We are just at Undead Settlement, which is kind of the third area in the game. And if you remember, if you haven't caught up on this series yet, I've got the other 2 videos on my channel. This is episode 3, so I'll put an annotation down below. This guy right here is Yul, and he's just kind of chilling here.
Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash, as I live and breathe. To be in your presence
I have
is
to,
a
like,
great honor.
there's an urge to skip the dialogue because I've seen it so many times already.
A pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow, well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champ, I was...
Okay, so he wants to help us, and what that means in game terms is he's going to be there to help us level up 5 times. So we get 5 free levels off of him that don't cost any souls to level up with. The only downside to that is we'll go hollow, and that actually plays into a special ending. And freaking, dude, Dark Souls dogs are the worst dogs ever, bar none. Absolutely the worst. And this gate's taking like 300 years to open. Come on, come on! Oh my god! Just get to the bonfire! Oh, dude! No! 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 Damn it! I thought I could get the bonfire before they caught me. Oh, dude. Okay. Let's try this again. You can actually get through that gate before it closes. That grave warden dude opens the gate up to let those guys through. So we're gonna do that. And we're gonna run faster. Man, I can't wait until we get our Grave Warden's daggers, or whatever they're called. The Grave Warden's twin swords or daggers or whatever. Those things are gonna be so awesome. I hate this katana. No! No, he did it again! Just kill the hollow dudes. Stop fucking with me. Seriously. There we go. That's what's up. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so in this episode, I really want to try to get through Cursor Out of Greatwood, which is the game's second boss, depending on the order that you're going in. If you're playing like a normal person and not like a speedrunner, well, I think even if you are playing as a speedrunner, he's the second boss. So that's good there. Really? Hit the wall? There we go. I think this is a small leather shield. See, I know like all the item placements. So I guess this is gonna be kind of like a walkthrough for you guys as well, because I've played this game so many times, and I could do some fake reactions and scream at this game like, you know, pretty much every other YouTuber, but I think for those of you that are interested in actually playing this game, I might have some useful information. I'm by no means a pro Souls player, trust me. Yeah, exactly. Point made. Case in point, right there. Those thrall guys and the dogs are pretty much the worst in this game. So I'm gonna try and just get through this area quickly. There's some Titanite shards and some upgrade materials that we're gonna need to prepare for our weapon that we want to get here. Here we go. That was a little... That hitbox was crazy, but in my favor. Dude. Stop. I don't know why I bother with these guys. There we go. Alright, we're good. Let's move on, shall we? So, actually, what I do want to do... if you guys have seen Grey Rat, he is a thief, and he's locked up back in High Wall of Lothric, which was the last area that we were in. And he has a quest line associated with him. I knew that fucker would land on my head. And I'm out of stamina. Alright. If you block them, which is something that I forget to do, like I'm so used to Bloodborne that I never use a shield ever. And if you block those guys, it actually makes your life so much easier. Also this. And there's an Estus Shard flask over here that we're gonna want to get if we don't die. I'm just gonna go ahead and bum rush it. No, don't hit me! Those things have, like, the longest range reach ever. No, back off. Okay, so anyway, if you pick up that bone back there, that kind of helps put his quest line on the path of, you know, starting. And he's very valuable because he'll go out and he'll pick up certain weapons that you would otherwise have to farm for. Like the Lothric Knight Sword. It's a straight sword weapon that's actually really good. And I'm not going to be using it in this playthrough. But that pitchfork guy is pissing me off. Stop! Well, I think we got pretty good damage so far in the game. We're killing everything in about 2 hits, which is going to be really nice for Greatwood. The only problem is we have, like, no stamina, so Greatwood is going to be a huge pain. But we're going to try to get through it. That's why I also really want to get the Chloranthy Ring before we get out of here. And I'll show you guys how to get that, too, as we're going through here. So if you take this little shortcut right here, you can go down, and you can actually fall off this ledge if you do it carefully, and I don't just die right here. There we go. And there's a Titanite shard here, which is going to be super useful for us later. And luckily, the weapon I want isn't too far into the game. There's some builds that I've done where you pretty much have to wait the entire game to use the weapon that you're going for. And I think this guy has a sharp gem, I want to say, but I'm not entirely sure. We can kill him. Ah, come on, no. There we go. All right, I was worried about that. Yeah, so that's going to be super useful later on. Either a sharp gem or a bleed gem is probably what I'm going to be going for. I know I'm going to be putting a lot of luck into this character, and for those of you that don't know, luck affects your bleed buildup on enemies. So I try not to fight those guys because they're just a huge pain. Get away. All right, and the cool thing too is I'm not playing a character that relies on focus points, so getting Estus is going to be a lot better. Ow. Those guys are pretty much, you just don't want to mess with them. All right, let's grab this bonfire, and then Cursed Rider Greatwood is our next stop. He's right up over this hill. All right. If you start, so there's like a giant right up here. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know where his tower is, but he's right up near this area, and he'll fire arrows into this patch over here. And if you start with the white, it's like the white branch or small right branch or whatever. It's an item you can start with. If you start with that, he won't shoot at you. He'll only shoot at the enemies. Otherwise, you have to go up and talk to him to get him to stop shooting at you. And there's an undead bone shard here, which is really helpful. And what those do is increase the effectiveness of our Estus flask, or our Ashen Estus. They'll heal more health. These guys are going to wreck me. Yep. Get wrecked! Yes. That's so satisfying when it just hits like a huge copse of them, and they just go flying. It's awesome. That's why it's really cool to start with the white branch. But if you start with the white branch, then the Gundyr fight is a little bit harder, because you could start with the black fire bombs, which Gundyr was that first boss we fought, if you guys remember. So... let's go ahead and get through here. Run past this guy. These guys suck because you can't backstab them. They've got that huge board on their back, and you can't stab them through it, I guess. But you can still damage them. Doesn't make any sense. There's one other item that I really want to make sure that I get up here, and that is the Grave Warden's Ashes. And there's an Ember here, I believe. But I'll just wait. I'll probably come back and get all this stuff off camera. None of it's super useful, but it's kind of helpful to have. I think there's like an Ember, there's a couple white branches there, which I've never ever used. Pretty much all those do is they just, it's basically like a single-use chameleon spell, and they make you blend in with your environment. So you'll turn into an object from the environment. That Ember was really helpful. I want to make sure I get that. Reinforced Club, which I'm not going to use. That relies on strength, and we're not building for strength, we're building for dexterity. So the Great Scythe is actually right here, and that was my favorite weapon in Dark Souls 1. It was pretty much the best dexterity weapon in the game. It had a really high attack rating. Can I not get down there because these guys are here? You've got to be shitting me. Oh, dude, this is... Sometimes I hate this game so much. So much! Because of stupid shit like that. Like, it drives me insane. Just crazy little situations like that that happen out of nowhere. So, we're going to go ahead and... I'm going to grab this... I don't think there's anything else to grab, really. I'm probably going to Ember up for the fight, and we're going to equip some resins and go in here and try to kill this guy. But Cursed Rider Greatwood has pretty much a mind of his own and likes to do whatever the hell he wants. So this fight could go really well, it could go really poorly. I see a lot of speedrunners. He just kills runs is kind of his MO. All right, screw these guys. We're out of here. Oh, but I want my souls. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Let's see if we can. Nope, they're gonna crowd around the base of this. Hold on. There we go. That worked. I don't think I need those fire bombs anymore. Let's run! Because he can still shoot us here, I think. Or he might be able to. I don't know. Anyway, item bar. Let's see. We'll have 2 of those. These are kind of useful. I don't use these bundles much. Basically, you put them on your weapon, and it gives you a few hits with whatever buff you put on. So this is a fire one. It'll give you a few hits of fire. Let's see how many embers we got. We got 7. So let's ember up for this. Hopefully we're not wasting it, because we really need that extra health. And we're going to charcoal pine resin our way through this. Actually, we're just going to bundle, because we don't want to waste anything. I remember the first time I got to this area, and I was like, oh, it's just a dead end. There's nothing here. And then I saw this guy start moving, and I was like, oh my god, dude. He's a really cool boss fight, like really cool boss design. Like, it's totally unexpected. Come on. There we dude, that is good damage. And then for those of you that don't know, you can actually break a couple of his... There we go. Let's see if we can get his hand, too. I don't know if we'll be able to with where he's sitting. No, he's gonna fall. Yep, here we go. Butt smash. Alright, I am at the wrong hand. He's got another pustule on his other hand. And it's not this one, it's his other hand. So these will regen, and you can kill them again. And he does that stupid, like... Okay, get that one. And... Come on. Yes! Dude! Get wrecked. Oh my god. So, he's a very intimidating boss if you don't know where his weak points are. And if you're playing this for the first time, you'll have no idea that you can attack all those different spots. I thought that I just had to hit his hand that came out the first time I fought him. I didn't even know that all those other spots exist, but I've been watching a lot of other people speedrun this game lately, and that's kind of the strat, is they'll just go through. That was actually a good fight for a speedrun almost. Like, I would have been doing pretty good there. I've seen personal bests for really good times that have done worse on that fight. I'm sorry, I sound like I'm bragging, but alright, so let's go back to, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and head to Firelink Shrine real quick and give Cullen the transposing kiln so he can make boss weapons from souls, and then we'll probably level up a couple times, because I definitely need more endurance for stamina. So let's go ahead and do that. So this guy right here, if you give him that item that we just got from the boss, and I'm just going to skip his dialogue because, you know, whatever. Alright, so begin transposition, and these are all the boss souls we have so far. None of these are really useful for us. The spear is okay, but not really. This is actually a really good dexterity scaling greatsword. Fantastic weapon, the Hollow Slayer. And it's actually, if you guys have played Dark Souls 2, it's actually Mira, the Mira Knight sword that What's-Her-Face uses in Dark Souls 2. I know I'm like super good with the names, but yeah. So we got a lot of levels here. I'm going to put a couple into Vigor, some points there, and some points into Dexterity. So that was a good level. We got a lot out of that. We obviously haven't leveled up very much. Let's go ahead and use that soul, because we're not actually going to use it. So Boreal Valley Vort, we can use that one. And if you have a bunch of souls, like I think I mentioned this in the last video, but you can just go ahead and go over here and sell them all to the Handmaiden, and you'll get the same exact amount out of them. We've also got, let's see, we've also got an Estus Shard Flask, so we're going to want to use that over here. We'll reinforce it. There we go. Let's make sure I don't have another one. All right, and then we got a bone, undead bone shard that we picked up as well, so we'll grab that. Let's make sure I get these last couple levels. Let's put some more points into dexterity. There we go. So I'm pretty sure we have enough to use the weapon whenever we get it. We won't have to farm for levels. Hopefully we'll be higher leveled by the time we reach that area, because that's like the fourth-ish boss in the game. And this is the Yol guy. He hangs out over here in the corner. You talk to him, You choose to draw out your true strength, and you'll look like beef jerky for pretty much the rest of the game. But that's okay, because you get free levels, and free levels are awesome. So take that one. And if you just go up and you die a couple times, if you die, every time you die twice, I think, you can come back and talk to him up to 5 times, and he'll level you up. Once he levels you up 5 times, and you go through the Grave Wardens area, or not, the Abyss Watchers, sorry. If you go through the Abyss Watcher area, you will, you'll find him dead on the ground, and somebody else will take his place. And that's she's kind of a cool character, and that has her own quest line and stuff. So anyway, let's go back to Dilapidated Bridge and continue exploring Undead Settlement and get the rest of the stuff that we need to kind of progress. We're going to get the Chloranthy Ring, and that's going to be a really important piece of gear for us. So I'll show you guys where to get that. It's kind of out of the way. Like, I had to watch a video to figure out where it was. And I got, like, the world's squeakiest chair. So, all right. He is down. This is an area that an NPC will spawn and fight you if you haven't killed the boss. And I think Vadi Vidya, who's a huge Souls lore guy, he recommends going through every area embered at least once, because different NPCs will spawn, and those NPCs, those invaders, will end up dropping loot for you, which is super helpful. They have special unique armor, weapons, stuff like that. Like, I know to get the Alva set, which was in Dark Souls 2, there's a character that will drop it if he invades you when you're on your way to Irithyll Dungeon, which is kind of neat. So he also drops the Murakumo, I believe, too. But if you try to go back into this room, it's just a huge gaping crater in the ground. And there's actually a covenant down there that you can join, and there's a special way to get into it that you have to... It's kind of interesting. It's very obscure, but Vadi Vidya did a really good video on it and showed that in his video. It's like a little insight, little obscure thing that you may not have noticed. So basically, there's a dude up here, and there's a checkpoint, or there's a shortcut through here. So we're gonna run through here real quick, try and avoid the dogs because there's 3 of them, and let's get out of their way. Just try not to get caught. There's one that like waits in here. All right, I think we're good. Now that's the Kestis on the floor right there. That's the item, dude. Oh, the rats! Come on, I am stuck, and they're just gonna stun lock me. There we go. That felt really good to one-shot all 3 of those. So there's a big rat at the end of this hallway through the mist. I don't know if you guys can see him down there. But he's there just to hide and come out and gank you whenever you think you're doing too well. All right, there we go. We avoided him. And with this shortcut, if you run to the end of that hallway and jump off, you can actually avoid him. So this is where we were. We just ran like a big circle. And now we can get back to this area easier, and this will take us to Road to Sacrifices. So I'm going to grab that Chloranthy Ring, we'll get the Road to Sacrifices, and that'll probably be it for this part of the, playthrough, walkthrough. And that dog followed me, man! That's not even cool. Let's just hope he doesn't knock me off the ladder! No, 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 no! Okay, thank God. So this area down here you can actually get to, if you have high enough vitality, you can fall. There we go. If you have high enough vitality, you can actually fall that way. And if you have a key that you get by giving the handmaiden the Grave Warden's ashes, there's a key that you can buy that lets you into that part of the area. And there's an NPC you can rescue who sells you miracles, which is really cool. But we're not building our character for that on this one. And I know a lot of you said like a lore through would be really cool, that you'd like to see some quest lines. This one is probably my favorite. This is Siegmeyer, I think. Whoa, dude, come on. You're not even gonna help brother out? All right, hang on. Okay, I was about to quit out just to reset their aggro, but... Seriously, man? We're gonna play this game? Like, really? Dude, just go away! Stop with this nonsense. Stop the violence, dude. Go away. Alright, you asked for it. Maybe I asked for it. There we go. Get wrecked, dude. Who do you think you are? Alright, anyway. What's up?
Oh, pardon me. I am Siegward of Canada.
Siegward.
To be honest, have you ever walked near a... Well, whoever it is, I'm sure, but I have to find a way up. And that's just the trouble. This lift, oh, well.
Alright, so exhaust all his dialogue. And just keep talking to him until he says the same thing over and over again. And you want to take this elevator down because there's actually a bonfire very close by. So grab this bonfire and make sure you watch out for the dude guarding it. He's a boreal outrider knight dude, and he'll pretty much wreck your face. So run past him as quickly as you can and get to the door because you have iframes when opening the door. So just try to dodge his first attack. Don't go in dodging because they'll just hit you at the end of a dodge like when you're waking up. So just run, wait for him to attack, and then dodge. And you should be okay. And he won't follow you outside that door. Pretty much chill. And now you're at the Road of Sacrifices, but we're not done with that last area yet. We want to help Siegward to progress his quest line. And we really want to make sure that we get the Chloranthy Ring, which is in this area as well. Plus, there's a big enemy that we can fight, and we can get a ton of souls for it, which is really helpful for leveling up. So we want to do that. So go up this elevator, and this is kind of like a small puzzle here. You pretty much, if you were able to catch it on the way in, the elevator has 2 tiers to it. It goes both ways. It'll go, there's an upward one, there's an upward platform and a lower one. So when you get to the top, just reset it, and then the top one will come down. There's 2 things we want to do. We want to go up all the way to the top and talk to the giant, and then on the way down, we'll hop off and talk to Siegward. So let's ride all the way to the top. And you'll hear him, you know, thinking or whatever, but we don't need to worry about it. Alright, let's do this.
I have.
Alright, so now he'll actually shoot enemies for you, which is super nice. What a nice guy, right? You guys ever read Big Friendly Giant when you were a kid? That book? Oh, there's an item over there. I can't remember what it is, though. I don't remember if it's important or not. Alright, so roll off here. There's a platform, and this will take you to this area.
But thanks to you, an epiphany.
And he'll
has
talk
struck me
about this
square in
demon
the
and
head.
stuff like that.
I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some day, I went up the tower. Anyhow, I'm no coward, and how now? Think twice before you...
I want to try to skip some of the dialogue, A, because I've already seen it, and B, if you guys decide to play this yourselves, I want to leave something for you, you know, so you can, like, hear the dialogue for yourself and stuff like that. So let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'd really appreciate that part. So what we want to do now is we want to aggro this demon, because A, he's worth a lot of souls, and B, he'll just kind of chase you everywhere. And Siegward will help you fight him, which is really nice, if he doesn't just immediately kill you. Yeah, that hurt. Ow. Ow, dude! Trade aggro, trade aggro. Oh, I forgot to do my, Alright, wreck him. So, yeah, Siegward's pretty good at keeping aggro because he's using all these miracles and stuff. There we go. Do we just break him out of his explosion attack that he does? Oh, dude, get staggered. Yes! Alright, cool. Jolly cooperation. Good job. So, he drops a fire gem, which is really nice if you're going for that. Fire gems don't work like they do in the old Dark Souls, though. They only add fire to your weapon, and they will remove any scaling, so they're not really that great.
But you mustn't get unkicked. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make.
And then he gives you this item, and an emote, and then he takes a nap. So, right? That's pretty cool. If you're looking for the large club, which was one of my favorite strength weapons in Dark Souls, you can find that over here. And then there's also an armor set on this dude. Hold on. Let's get our bow out. Really? No way! I remember being able to shoot that down. I guess you can't. Oh well. That's weird. But yeah, there's a couple items up there that you can get. I remember just being able to shoot those down. That's so weird. I mean, it wouldn't make sense that you could, like in real life. Like, I don't think an arrow would tear a body down. But, I don't know. This is video games, dude. Video games follow a different set of logic. So anyway, run through here. This area is filled with these undead conglomerates, as they're called. If you try to pick up this item, a couple of them will drop. And they're not really that much of a problem. They're just kind of an annoyance. And dogs, of course, are the worst. Because they're always out of reach for that second follow-up hit. And it's so annoying. See, just like that. Like, they always move just a little bit further backwards. There is an item in that chest called Human Pine Resin, and it basically just adds dark to your weapons. It's a buffing thing. But if you pick it up, it just spawns a ton of enemies, and they come after you. In my opinion, it's not really worth it. I don't really need it. This weapon already does bleed, which is super nice. Flynn's Ring, I'm not really sure how this works, and some of you that are more experienced in the game can maybe help me out with that one, but lowering equip load increases attack, and I'm not sure what it means by that. Like, lowering the amount of gear you have, or lowering your actual percentage equip load, you know, like, what's the deal there? So, I don't really know. This area, we get the Mira set, and behind this crate is the Chloranthy Ring. So there we go, got that, and there's really nothing else you can do in this area. If you drop off here, it just takes you back to where we fought Curse-Rod at Greatwood, which is really cool. I like the level design, it's super awesome, but there's really no reason to be here. We've pretty much gotten, well, there's like an item over there. Let me grab that real quick, and then we'll homeward bone out. Alright, let's go. All the way up. And there's going to be a dude that climbs up behind you, so that's just a soul. Dude, I blocked you. What the heck? There we go. Alright. So, homeward bone back to Bonfire Last Rested At, and I'll take you back to the Road of Sacrifices, and that's probably where we're going to stop for today, and this is where we'll pick up from our next video. We're only like 2 areas away from actually getting the weapon that we set out to do a video with, so guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you watching this series. If you like it, support it with a like. If you want to catch up on the other ones, I've got them all in a playlist titled Something Different Sunday, so go ahead and check those out. I finished a lot of the Warframe content I wanted to do, so I really want to get into doing some other games. I've got my capture card arriving Tuesday, and I've got Uncharted 4 downloading right now on my PS4, so hopefully we'll be able to get into that soon. And another game that I like to play a lot that I hear is really good now is Doom. So if you guys are interested in seeing Doom as well, maybe we could start like a donation fund and try to raise money so I could play it, because I don't know if I have enough to pick it up right now, and I might need your guys' help with that one. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. We don't have to do it. I've got a bunch of other games that we could play. Just a suggestion that I'm throwing out there. Anyway, guys, have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you at the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.